Hello traders, it's Tomek here from Nikos Trading Academy and welcome in my forecast of indices and metals and also oil. So what we had last week on the DAX, we see that last time we said about possible breakout of this small range here, and we said about long opportunities and target this trend line, or short opportunities and target this support level. And of course, in case of the breakout, we had another support, and we said that price might stack in this range. So what happened here? Price went, retested support, and then just broke this area, and right now is pushing up. So if we pay attention to scenario which we would like to trade here, there was option here on the 1 hour chart, 1 hour chart, 1 to 3 here to take short entries. And there was also another opportunity to trade here. Of course, we can also combine this with lower time frames if you don't want to take this on the 1 hour chart directly, but in this case it will be like 10,000 point stop loss, target around 15,000. So it was okay, 1.5 to 1, so it's still good. And then of course this target 3 times more, so it was okay. Also here, if we decide to jump in, it was a little bit smaller stop loss, around 8,000 points, and here almost 2 to 1. So those two entries were okay to take. But price didn't continue to go down, but went up, and we see that went up without any opportunities on the 1 hour chart. So only a lower time frame entries if of course possible. So let's see what we have, because price retested this support level, so we can also say, okay, if we have retest and price is not breaking this but it's going up, so what we could do, we could, for example, draw this trend line here and start to look for buy entries here to target daily area, which is here. Yeah, so after break, because what we expect after this short move, because let me just maybe explain you. We had this range, so we said, okay, if price continues to go down, perfect, so we are in the short trend. So we expect that price reach this level, and then of course maybe after some retracement we will have continuation, yes, of the down move, or another retest of this, yes. But in this case you see that this didn't happen. So what we can always do, we can draw a trend line and we say, okay, if price holds this this area here and continue to drop, I look for short entries. But if price breaks this area, I look for long entries. And where is my target? Here on this trend line. If price breaks this line, perfect. Yes, then we know that our long-term target is here. Yes. So this is how we should approach. This is how we should approach. We can always be prepared for different scenarios. Yeah. To react what market can do. So what we have, it's like a weekly long 1 to 3, like we said. So we might have this continuation, and our next goal is this resistance. So right now we see that. Let me delete this. It will be more visible. Yes, like a bounce on the support, bounce on the 36, and right now possible option to go long on DAX. Yes, so if we look for the daily trend line was broken. So basically, right now we can start to look for buy opportunities. There is a little bit of the resistance right now here, but price is sitting. It was also broken. So we might have reaction, but if the weekly chart will be in charge, we can easily have moved to this resistance level. Yes, and we also have a small resistance on the daily chart here. So what we can do right now, we can just wait for retracements and we can look for buy entries. Yes, if of course this holds. Yes, and if we see, okay, if price is going, is reacting, okay, then we look for long. But if we see that price is not pushing up anymore, but is breaking this trend line here, we can start to look for short entries again and again target this. In between, we have, of course, this support. Why we can do this? Because this might be also situation that simply this will be false breakout and we will still have like a lower high on the daily chart and price will continue to go down. It's also possible, yes, but right now it's pointing up. So 4 hour chart retracement, long scenarios, or 1 hour chart retracements and long scenarios. Yes, long scenarios here. Aggressive traders, scalpers, if you see momentum here to sell, you can sell it and target this trend line. Yes, but of course this will be aggressive because you will be trading against the daily chart, against 4 hour chart. Anyway, scalpers can do this because if your target is, I don't know, 20, 30, 40 pips points, then it's possible to trade it. So for you it's enough to have like a 1 hour chart momentum. So let's go to NASDAQ. So what we have on NASDAQ, also here we set the price. Yeah, we had this trendline breakout. We were in the wedge, and we set about the short entries to target this, and the price went or long entries and target this trend line. Of course, we have to adjust a little bit this line here. But and what happened? Price went down, but didn't exactly retest our level of the support. Yeah, so we had momentum, but momentum didn't continue, and then we had this move. And on the 1 hour chart, we didn't have any options on the classic, only here. Yes, if you would like to this, but this would be losing trade because price didn't continue to this level. Yes, so maybe lower time frames or Renko charts filter out a little bit more noise. We could get something there. So let's see what we have now. Let's see what we have now. Let me just delete unnecessary things. And weekly chart, what we have, of course, uptrend. Price didn't retest 36 and support. Right now, it's trying to push up. Yes, it's trying to push up. If this happens, our next goal is, of course, previous top. So what we have this trend line here. We also have this trend line breakout. So it's similar like DAX. And we are when we have a little bit of the resistance on the daily chart here. So we can have two scenarios here. So let's go to lower time frames. Definitely we can pay attention to buy. This is our our chart trend line. So our retracement to the 36 EMA and its option to go long. If this happens, try to target this because it's not so obvious that we are pushing up. Yes, of course, daily trend line was broken. Yes, we are above the 36 EMA, but this also might be like a false breakout at the end. Yeah, right now it's pushing up, so we just would like to say, okay, retracement. Yes, any retracement, and we look for buys. But just pay attention to this. If price breaks this, then okay. But if price start to struggle, it's good to manage your trades, your positions. Okay, because situation might be that we will just get this and then we will get this. Okay, so that's why we just need to pay attention around this. And like I said, if we have set up price breaks this, we don't need to think too much. And if it's not important level, NASDAQ indices usually breaks really easily levels which are not important. So you will see this. Yeah, you will see this definitely, so you don't have to think too much. So right now, any retracement to the 36 right now, it's option to buy. We have this trend line, which I draw on the 4 hour chart, 4 hour chart. But right now, it's difficult to say if we have this or not. So probably this week will be important because we will know where we might go. Right now, just any retracement option to buy, target this resistance, and then of course the next. 1 hour chart the same. Yeah. You wait for the retracement here and then lower time frame entry scalping, and you target the previous stops. Okay, and of course scalpers, if you see that you have momentum here, price is breaking the 36 EMA. If you would like to catch some moves, there is enough room to the 36 EMA on the 4 hour chart. If possible, bigger move, it's also okay. So you can also trade like that, but this is only like a real pure scalping. Yes, don't look for any 1 hour chart 1 2 3 here, and don't trade any short entries on the 1 hour chart here. Yeah, US 30. US 30 went up, broke resistance, so this we didn't have this like continuation of this range. So this is the, I think, the easiest easiest pair right now is easiest indice, because it's pointing up on the weekly chart, price bounce on the 36 EMA, daily chart. It's obvious that that price broke the resistance, broke our trend line. Yes, so it's obvious that we would like to look for long entries. There is no right now problem to figure it out if we can continue to go down or we might get false breakout. No, price just broke the resistance. So right now it's really easy. Any retracement, yes, any retracement to the 36 EMA, to maybe this trend line, yes, and we look for buy entries, yes. So only buy here on the 36 or here or lower time frame, yes, like a 1 hour chart. If you have retracement, you can look for long entries after breakout of this to the tree line, and your goal is here. Also here, possible short scenarios for scalpers. If you see momentum which is going down and it's breaking the 36, you can look for short entries, and your goal will be for our chart 36 EMA. If price reached this top, then this might be interesting situation, yes, because if we see this is of course the highest point right now. We don't have new highs. So if price breaks this, we will be creating another new highs. Yes, if I go to monthly chart, you will see. Yeah, so we will start to create another new highs. But we had already quite big move, so maybe we can expect finally for some bigger retracement. Yeah. So it's also possible to look for what price will make here. If you see that price is struggling, you can look for short entries, okay, short bounce and entries. If you see that price is breaking, then you of course look for long entries. Yeah. So this is what we can also have later on indices. Silver, what we see, yeah, this is what we set, breakout of this area or bounce, yes, and continuation of this move in the range to target this some support level. And what happened? Price broke this trend line. So basically right now we can look for buy entries on silver. So let's first check what we have on the higher time frames. Weekly chart is pushing down. We can get this retracement to the 36, to the resistance, but definitely right now weekly is pointing down. Daily price broke our trend line, but right now is sitting around the 36. So if we have, if this is real breakout, we'll have continuation to this level. But previously, price also broke 36 and went down. Okay, so you need to pay attention to this situation right now, because if this is, if we have a same false breakout right here, price can still drop and go to this support zone. So right now we'll have two ways. Yeah, two ways to trade this. We will say, okay, we have this trend line here. So we wait for 4 hour chart 1 to 3, and if we have 4 hour chart 1 to 3, we look for buys. But if we have situation that price is breaking this line and is making short setups, we will look for short setups to target this support zone. Okay, so this is what we have. You can also combine this with the lower time frames. Yeah, so if we, I don't know, go to 1 hour chart, you can draw this to the tree line. Yes, and whenever price starts to break this line, if you see momentum, you switch to 5 minute chart, you switch to 15 minute or 1 minute chart. Yes, and then you look for long entries to buy it. Okay, so this is what we have. Better to see a little bit bigger retracement, but if won't happen, if we have momentum from here, it's also good to buy. Gold. So gold was in the range last week. We had breakout, and we are again in the same zone. Yeah, so we see that nothing really good right now on gold. We are still in the same zone, you see. We are still in the same zone, so it looks like a short 1 to 3, yes, but basically price action is not so nice. Anyway, price broke this resistance. It was like a false breakout, and right now, if price breaks this trend line, we can look for short entries and target this support level. Yeah. So what we have is this. Yeah. So price is breaking this. So if we like, we can trade short entries after breakout of this, but use low risk. Okay, because we are still be trading in this range where price was not so clear and clean. Yeah, so basically it's better we also have a little bit of support here. So if you decide to sell, you need to pay attention to this, because simply there was no clean direction. Yeah, but if we have momentum, not now but later on, because it still might make this. Yeah, so if you see that price is breaking this trend line, look for short entries. Remember about this support, and midterm target is here. Yeah, so this might be like 350 points. If price reject this trend line, I would stay away, because we will be between resistance, between trend line, no clean direction, nothing. Yeah, so I would stay away. I would just wait for short entries. And if this won't happen, price start to go somewhere, I'm not convinced. Yes, I'm not convinced. Then we need to recheck again what kind of the price action we will have here. Oil, it's still climbing, still pushing. Yeah. So didn't stop here. We had breakout, we have retracement. Yes, we have like 4-hour chart, 1, 2, 3. You see, and price reached our next level. Yeah, so still continue. So this 4-hour chart we could use to trade if we like with late entries, or combinations with lower time frame entries here after breakout of this. Yes, we also have this trend line. Yes, extension. So price didn't drop but continued to go up, and we are on the real highs right now. Yeah, so basically, I don't know, but we discussed around, I think around this level, that if we get momentum, this can go up. Yes, and it's going up quite strong. Yeah, so we are on the tops. Yeah, but highest point is here, is like 87 or something like 87.50 maybe. Yes, 87.20. So we see we are on the 85.50, so we can still go a little bit higher. Definitely, if we see that price is here, I would expect some retracements finally. A little bit bigger retracement, maybe to the 36 EMA, or even a bigger one from the higher time frame perspective. Yeah, um, we see that it's quite still strong. Yes, it's quite still strong move, but we are on the real high right now. Okay, so we can still continue to buy. Yes, as long as it's pushing up, we can look for buy. Of course, we know that this is everything here is really late, because we are in the strong trend. But any retracement for you is option to buy, low risk, because we are already around the resistance, but the highest point is here. Yeah, so everything, as long as the 4-hour chart trend line holds, we look for buy. And if 4-hour chart trend line will be broken, then we look for short entries and we target the 36 EMA. Okay, so then you can trade against main direction. I would like to see still that price is going up a little bit, spiking around, and then is breaking for our chart trend line. Yes, this would be the best option. And the last is Bitcoin, which is pushing up. Yes, you see it's our levels. We were around here last week. Our two levels, this one was broken, and here price is holding this zone. Now it's making double top. So let's see what we have on the weekly chart. And on the weekly, where we are on the tops again. Yeah, so this is the final top, if I can say, and here we are on the resistance. So Bitcoin went pretty nicely. Here. So what we can do, we can just look for short entries against main direction, or still long entries to target resistance. Okay. Of course, we know that we are late, yeah, because price already moved a lot, yeah. So what we can do, if we go to 4-hour chart, yes, this is double top right now. We have 4-hour chart trend line. So when we can think about short entries after at least 4-hour chart trend line breakout, okay? So then you look for short entries. And you target daily 36 EMA, and if we have bigger retracement, daily trend line. Okay, so this is what you can do, and you can also go to lower time frames. Yes, and whenever price breaks this level, you can look for long entries and you target the highest point. Yeah, so this is what you can do, or of course retracement to this trend line. Yes, and you look for long entries but on the lower time frame. So you just switch to the lower time frames. If price retrace to this, you will see reaction. You can look for buy entries, and this is your target. Okay, so this is what we can do on Bitcoin. So here or here, yes, and then long or short entries. Okay, guys, so thanks a lot for watching this video. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, and talk to you soon. Bye.